I didn't embark on my journey out west to seek thrill or adventure. I was searching for an escape. After spending years entrenched in the fast-paced environment of military healthcare, I was overwhelmed by the constant noise, the relentless pressure, and the constant whirlwind of activity. It felt like the world's weight was pressing down on me, and I desperately needed to carve out some space for myself. Space to breathe, to think, and to reconnect with the essence of who I really was beyond the daily grind of my profession. So I left. When I finally decided to leave, I had an immense sense of relief, a newfound sense of freedom that filled both my lungs and my spirit. As I immersed myself in the tranquility of Colorado's vast wilderness, I discovered an unexpected sanctuary. The crisp morning air greeted me like an old friend, and the gentle rustling of the wind through the towering trees created a symphony of serenity that enveloped me. In those still moments, surrounded by nature's unspoiled beauty, I experienced a profound awakening that allowed me to feel a connection to myself that I had not known in years. What began as a simple personal road trip gradually transformed into a more profound voyage of self-discovery, embracing the van life, exploring the vast landscapes, and immersing myself in the outdoors remarkably affected my psyche. The complexities and the clutter of my previous existence began to fade, revealing a more profound and genuine path forward. In this newfound simplicity, away from the demands of my past, I found my true purpose, a realization that had long eluded me. This journey was not just about escaping. It was about rediscovering the core of who I was meant to be. Like many people, I hoped that travel would help me find something in myself, maybe just some space to breathe. It gave me a clean break. Yosemite, Joshua Tree, the Redwoods, Mount Shasta, these weren't just some spots on a map. These were places that cracked me open. Going to these places has permanently altered my brain chemistry. Standing beneath a bristlecone pine tree, older than recorded history, or at the base of a canyon wall shaped by time, I couldn't help but feel small. Not in an insignificant sense, but part of the whole, something much bigger. It was a humbling but very incredible experience. I felt more awake than I'd felt in years. It was as if these natural wonders had breathed new life into me, rejuvenating my spirit. But it wasn't just physical. It was something much more profound, like a switch had been flipped. Something that helped me see a new perspective, a deeper connection to the natural world, and a heightened sense of self-awareness. But eventually, just seeing these places wasn't enough. I didn't just want to pass through these lands anymore. I wanted to understand what makes these ecosystems tick, what forces shape them, and what was a threat to them. That shift changed everything. It opened my mind and changed how I saw the world forever. I was no longer just a traveler, but a steward of these natural wonders, forever changed by their beauty and fragility. Somewhere between the snowy Sierra and a remote stretch of highway in Oregon, it just hit me. My love for these places wasn't just a feeling, it was a responsibility. I couldn't just admire them, I had to protect them. That realization led me to natural resource management. It wasn't just a degree that I was going for. It was a complete shift of perspective, a new way of seeing the world. Suddenly, I wasn't just walking through landscapes. I was learning to read them. The soil beneath my feet, the rivers carved out ancient canyons, the fire scars, the regrowth, and the signs of stress on the land, such as erosion and loss of biodiversity, were all part of the story. Every element had a story. I realized that to truly understand and protect these landscapes, I needed to learn to listen. So I went back to school, not for the title or the resume, but to learn how to make a difference, to serve something bigger than myself with knowledge, action, and intention. This new commitment that I made, to learn, to explore, and to inspire, it needed a place to root itself. And for me, that place was Colorado. It's a state where you can wake up beside alpine lakes, hiking through pine forests, and then end your day in red rock canyons. Each landscape that Colorado had to offer was more inspiring to me than the last. Van life became more than a lifestyle for me. It was a way for me to stay intimately connected with the land. Not just by reading about it in books, but waking up to it every single day, feeling both its rhythm and changes. I could just walk out of class and be in the field within minutes. Every mile I drive and every place I camp is a chance to observe, listen, and learn. Colorado isn't just a classroom, it's a mirror. It reflected the version of myself that I've been striving to discover all this time. People often ask me, is it worth it living in Colorado? And my honest answer is that there are both incredible highs and real challenges. Let's start with the good. You wake up to mountain views that never get old. You'll catch yourself staring at the horizon, even on ordinary days. Some people feel drawn to oceans, but for me, I've always felt drawn to lakes and mountains. Something is grounding about them, like they're holding space for you. And being just minutes away from trails that feel untouched is fantastic. I love hiking, camping, and just being outside. And in Colorado, there's always something new to discover. The light here, especially during summer thunderstorms, is just pure magic. When you get that dramatic lighting of golden hour mixing with that front storm clouds that are green rolling in, it's just magic, and it inspires some of my favorite kinds of shots. And then there's the community. Hikers, climbers, vanlifers, and locals that all really care about the land. Conversations feel real. People share trail tips, lend tools, and talk about land stewardship like it matters, because out here it does. Plus, the access to public lands is incredible. National forests, BLM land, and state parks are everywhere. You don't need much. You need a map and some planning, and you can go anywhere. But it's not all perfect. Trailheads fill up early. You'll need to wake up at 5 a.m. to get a good spot, especially in summer and fall. Living in mountain towns can be a financial juggle. Groceries, gas, and propane, they all quickly add up, and you can't count on cell service working all the time. You'll often find yourself off the grid, which can be serene, until you need to download a new map or make an important phone call. Winter out here is a different beast altogether. The cold hits hard. Nights at 14 degrees Fahrenheit in a van will push you to your limits. Frozen water, icy roads, and condensation management quickly become a part of your daily routine. Then there's fire season. The air becomes heavy and the sky turns orange when there's a big fire nearby. But even in this, there's unique beauty. It reminds us how fragile everything is, but how resilient and inspiring nature can be. But here's the thing, every one of these challenges teaches you something. You learn to prepare and adapt, and you learn to respect the land. Because when you live this close to nature, you feel every change, and that changes you. It instills a deep sense of responsibility towards the environment. The more time I spent in Colorado's backcountry, the more evident it became I wasn't just supposed to be there passively, but to serve as a steward. My goal is to learn from these ecosystems and eventually help and restore them by inspiring as many as I can. The concepts that I'm studying in college right now are not just some abstract ideas. They represent the living foundation of our planet, the very basis of everything that we depend on. If I have found any kind of purpose in this life, it's in this mission. To slow down, pay attention, learn deeply, and to give back to the land that has been teaching me how to live all along. I thought I was escaping. I believed van life would be about freedom, detachment, and letting go. But I found that I didn't let go out in the stillness of Colorado's wilderness. I reconnected with the land, with myself, and a more profound sense of responsibility. It was a transformation I never expected. Now, every sunrise reminds me why I chose this life. Each trail, every cold night, every encounter with the wild, it's a part of my journey, and not just travel, but of becoming someone who cares enough to protect what they love. Because it's not just about finding beauty. It's about standing up for it, learning how to listen to it, and living in a way that honors it. I came to Colorado to escape, but this land didn't let me run. It slowed me down, it cracked me open, it gave me roots, and it gave me purpose. It reminded me what it means to live close to the earth, and to be fully alive.